Hey guys, welcome to CakeWalk Cambridge. I'm Aisha and today we're going to start with third segment of chapter 14, coordination and response. This segment is extremely short and very interesting. So I hope you understand this chapter because there's not much to learn or memorize. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, this chapter deals with hormones. Now, what exactly is a hormone? Now, this question, the definition of a hormone, can appear for around 3 marks, and these keywords in bold give you your marks. So you have to include them. Okay. So a hormone is a chemical substance which is produced by a gland and carried by the blood, which alters the activity of one or more target organs. Okay, so let's apply something that we've learned before. Okay, so what is a gland? A gland is an effector. Okay, this is not really relevant here, but I just want to keep reiterating it to you. Okay, muscles and glands are effectors. Okay, so now let's like a hormone. So an example of a hormone, one of the most common ones is adrenaline, because you probably read it in your grade 5 and 6 textbooks. It's the first thing that's always written. And when you feel excited, like before running a race, like I get nervous very easily. So before running a race or before writing an exam, I feel that rush within me, the rush of adrenaline, we call it. Yes, so adrenaline is basically a hormone, which is a chemical substance, which is produced by a gland. So you need to know what gland produces it. It's carried by the blood and it alters the activity of one or more specific target organs. So there are two types of glands, endocrine and exocrine. We will look at endocrine glands for this chapter. Okay, so the adrenal gland produces adrenaline. So adrenal is usually located right above the kidney. It's like on the kidney. So I'll like draw it out for you. So if this is your kidney, you'll probably see something like curly here, like kind of stuff, and that is your adrenal gland. Now just here you need to be careful. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm sorry, that was Alexa if you heard. Yeah, if you heard her. Yeah, okay. Um you just need to be careful between the difference between adrenal and adrenaline. Okay, don't mess up the spellings. So I had subscribed to Save My Exams for notes, and one of the key points in the notes was to not mess up between these two. And trust me, you shouldn't. Like even in mark schemes, they write do not accept adrenaline for adrenal. Okay, just remember. Okay, so the adrenal gland produces adrenaline, which is a fight or flight hormone. Okay, we will get into it in the next part. Okay, insulin. Insulin is a hormone. So basically, if you have any person in your family, particularly I'm looking at older members who are diabetic, that could probably, so they would probably be injecting insulin in their body, or you probably hear adults in your family talking about the lack of insulin production or like something. So basically, insulin is a hormone that is secreted by the pancreas, okay, which basically converts glucose to glycogen. So glucose is a sugar. So too much glucose is not good in your body because glucose is soluble in water. So when it's soluble in water, it lowers the water potential of water, correct? Because it makes it more concentrated and less dilute. So that causes water to be drawn out of cells. So this is why you need insulin. So it's converted to glycogen. Glycogen is insoluble and then it is stored in the liver. Okay. Now testosterone, this you would have learned in like grade 7 or grade 8 for reproduction. Testosterone is produced by the testis, okay, in males. It's only produced in males because only males have the testis. And it is responsible for the development of sexual characteristics in males. And estrogen, which is produced in ovaries, which is only in females, is responsible for the development of secondary sexual characteristics in females. So basically, usually they give you a picture of the human body, and inside they'll probably show you the kidneys, like this kind of structure, and they'll show you the pancreas, and they'll show you like the reproductive part, which is either the ovaries or testis, and they will ask you to identify the gland and what it produces. So you should know this table by heart. That's it. Adrenaline is a fight or flight hormone, and these are the effects of adrenaline. Okay. So the first thing is pupils, as we did in the previous segment. Pupils are the It's basically the hole in the lens. Okay, so pupils dilate, becomes wider. Okay, which means your circular muscles relax and your radial muscles contract. You should be able to apply this mechanism. Okay, that is how the pupils dilate. Now, why do they dilate? Because then the body is more alert. You're ready. Your pulse rate increases to pump more oxygenated blood around the body. Okay. Your blood glucose concentration increases to be ready because you probably need high energy levels to carry out this activity. Like I have a friend who's a national swimmer, and I'm sure she probably gets a little nervous before her really important races, and that's when adrenaline kicks in and her blood glucose concentration increases because she needs energy to swim. Okay. Then arterioles in the skin and alimentary canal constrict. Okay, so basically arterioles are branched versions of arteries. So why do they constrict? So that more blood can flow to muscles instead of more blood like flowing through these arterioles. Okay. And then after that, muscles become tense again. So they become alert for fight or flight situations. So usually these three are like the golden three that I always used for my papers. Um, so there was this one paper that had a really long question about adrenaline for like 6 marks, where they asked you the effects of adrenaline and what it did and the definition of a hormone. So you for sure need to know everything. These are only a few things that I've stated that I really find easy to memorize and also relevant. In your textbook, you'll probably have a table or like a list of effects of adrenaline. So I suggest you memorize all. So I had memorized only three, and my best friend, um, she told me to learn all when we were studying for a bio test once, and so I did, and it paid off. So that's the advice of my best friend and me right now. Okay, now here we're going to compare the nervous system and the endocrine system. So basically, the nervous system is made of neurons and messages are passed, electrical impulses are passed through neurons, whereas in the endocrine system, hormones are passed through the blood. They're transmitted by the blood, but the endocrine system is made of secretory cells. That is, they secrete hormones, okay? Here you can see electrical impulses travel via nerve fibers and neurons. You write neurons, you don't have to mention this, and we always write neurons. The nervous system is much faster, and the endocrine system is much slower because nerve impulses, electrical impulses, travel quicker because they're going via neurons. Where we have, as I said before, mitochondria, myelin sheaths, different adaptations that help the transmission to be fast. Nervous system, however, is a short-term effect. Like if I put down this hairband, that's it. Like the impulse has been sent and that's it. Whereas in the endocrine system, when adrenaline is released, I'm gonna feel that heartbeat going fast for quite some time. It's a long-term effect. The nervous system is localized, okay, whereas in the hormonal system it is widespread, like it's released all over the body, although it may be meant for a specific target organs. The spread is like universal throughout your body, okay, bodily. So yeah, so you just need to remember these. So I'll tell you the important points that I always used. You use neurons, transmission via blood, hormones versus electrical impulses, fast, slow, short term, long term, and then this could be like your backup. And yeah, that's it. This could be your backup. These are your main points. And very often, like there was this one question which asked, which one is better? So none are better. You give the pros and cons of both. That is, one is faster, one is slower, one is short term, long term. And then you write it's best because sometimes you need a fast response, so the nervous system. Sometimes you need a slow response. Together they work best. Okay. Yeah, so I used to have this notebook where I wrote down bio notes. I was just looking for it. So the question was, explain the advantages of coordinating response to dangerous situations with the nervous system and the endocrine system. So for the nervous system, you write it's quicker. You have effectors. It activates involuntary and voluntary actions, and it's more effective. And for the endocrine system, you can write that it's long lasting, it activates multiple organs, not just the effector, and less energy is used. So those were the mark scheme answers. So yeah, that was basically your nervous system integrated with your endocrine system. I hope this explanation helped, and I can't wait to see you in segment 14.4. So if this video helped you, please like this video, share this video, comment if you have suggestions. You can always feel free to email me. I'll drop my email down below. Um, if you like my channel and you think it'll help you for the future, please subscribe to my channel. And don't worry, we'll get through this together.